Hi, and welcome back to Darren Bernard's Poor Boy Crafts. Today, we're going to make something a little bit special. Um, my wife's mother passed away several years ago, but she loved um, yellow roses. Um, I don't like buying flowers because they die and they wilt and all that, but I'm going to make a yellow rose that'll last a long time. They'll last pretty much forever. And we're going to go put it on our grave today. I want to show you how to make one, and you don't have to make it for a grave site, but you make it, and they're very beautiful. And we make it out of the modeling clay, and these are. I mean, this stuff is really versatile. I love this stuff. And but it's real. It's called Model Magic. You can get it at Dollar Tree for $1.25. Now you won't use the whole thing, so I've got some that I've opened up and I put in a sealed container. But right here we go. And we'll get this out. We'll get it started. But remember, if you like what you see, hit that like button. Share to all your friends so we can get out there. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And we'll get known out there. And everybody will be able to join in the fun. So first of all, get yourself a piece of wax paper. Put it down. Because you're going to need that. That's important. But you take this modeling clay, work it around. Just pull off some. Make some balls. Now, don't matter what size. You want to try to get them small. Don't have to be all the same size either. That's actually quite important. You want some small ones. You want some bigger ones. Try not to make any more too much bigger than that. That's about the biggest you want. About the size of a real small jasper marble. About the size of the tip of your pinky there. About that. About a 1/4 inch in diameter. It's about the biggest you want. Now you want to go ahead and make up about 15 of these. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15. Had a little, there's 16. There we go. Now, I'm going to make a oblong one. About like that. We'll make 2 of them. Try to get them about the same size. Try to make them about the same size. Put them over there. Okay. Now try to separate them out on this wax paper. Try not to get them too close to each other. Especially the big ones. Okay. Then take yourself another wax sheet of paper. And cover it. Just like that. Now take your rolling pin or a glass jar, anything round, and just roll them. Just like that. Roll her down. Okay, we got them all flattened out. Now we'll pull this up. Try to make sure all of them stick to the bottom. Now some of them might try to stick to the top. Just pull them in here. Try to keep them all on the bottom. Now it's not important. If some of them stick to the top, it's all right. Just I like to keep all of my work on one side. There we go. All right, now you can throw this away. We're done with that. Okay, now get yourself a shish kebab. Take a little bit more of your magic modeling clay. Just roll it in a ball and stick it on the tip. Now here's where the magic starts. Starting with your smallest circle, take it and wrap it around the ball. Now don't squish the top. You want to squish the bottom. You want to leave the top looking like that. Get your next smallest. Take it halfway over your last one. Again, just crushing the top. Do not touch or crush the bottom. Do not touch the top. Let it wrap around. Just like that. Now crush the bottom. Now if you'll notice, we'll have excess that comes off. Just get rid of that. The next littlest one, and so forth. Again, wrapping halfway. And we're going to come down the stem. Little by little. Coming down the stem. Next littlest. Then the next littlest. Just like this. Now when it starts getting bulky right here, we're going to pull that down because we don't want it to get too bulky there. We're going to pull that down just with your fingers and pull all that excess off because we don't want that to get too bulky right there at the bottom there. And then we'll go back to where we left off. Just like that. And we'll keep going down. Now I put as many petals on as we desire. Now like I said, I made 15. I might not use them all. I'll just keep going until I decide that it looks like a good enough rose. And I'll just keep on going down the stem. That way the flower pops up into the top. Kind of pops out. Just like this. Yeah, I want that flower to really pop. I'll get a really big one there, and I think this one here is going to be my last one I use because I think this will do it. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Yeah. There we go. There's my rose. There's my rose. See how that rose turned out? Beautiful. And that's the magic right there. Right now we're going to set that aside. Just kind of set it over something. So we had a couple left over. No biggie. Now we're going to work on the leaves. I'm going to give me a little blade. Just kind of cut out them two that we set aside here. Kind of try to make them as even as possible. Of course, in nature, you know, nothing is exact. So you don't have to be exact with it. So you know, you just get as close as possible. Okay. Now, we want to make a little vein, if you will. I mean, really thin. And we're going to put that right in the center of our leaf. I'll make another one for the other leaf. I mean, we want these to be really thin. Got to make it where it goes all the way down the line there. Get rid of all the magic molding off of here. Cover this up again, and then very lightly go over your leaves, and you get that look right there. Now, taking the back side of your blade, not your sharp end, but your back side, make little impressions to make it look like a leaf. Kind of catty corner them down towards the outside, just like this. Make it look like a leaf. Just like that. Same way on this other one. Like I said, we were using the back side of the blade because we don't want to cut through. We just want to make impressions. Alrighty. Now we're going to peel these off. Now, where the leaves go down, this is the outside. This is what's going to be attached to the stem itself. So we'll want to attach this part to the stem. Basically just holding it up, just squeeze it into the stem. Again, it doesn't have to be rocket science. You just kind of squeeze it in there. That's the beauty of this magic clay. It works beautifully because it stretches, and you just kind of bring that up like that, just like that, and just squeeze that into it, and then work it around. Now, this will take about 24 hours to set up. To set up a hard, like you want it. Because you want these to stick out like that. You know, as good as we can. So what we'll do, we'll set this like this. Try to get these to set out here. Give it a solid base here. Just like this. Bring your leaves out. There we go. And we'll set that up there for 24 hours. Now the good thing is, I've already made one and let it set up. So we can continue on. So that's what you call being prepared. So this one is ready to paint. and that is our next step. So I'm going to grab we want a flat brush that's real thin, because we're going to have to get down in there. Now we want to really bring out the texture of this, and some volume. So we want a black cover paint first. So we'll get down in there and we're going to paint it all black, and we'll let it dry, and then we'll get right to the other colors. Okay. All right, we got the black paint on and it's dry. As I was painting, I realized I forgot to show you something. See the thorns? I forgot to show you how to put the thorns on there. This is a real simple little trick. Grab your glue gun. Real close. And pull away. Let it hang. Let it dry. That's all there is to it. Let that dry. Once that dries, you got yourself a thorn. And that's how you make the thorns on there. So now I showed you that. Alrighty. So I can unplug my... there we go. Unplug that. Alrighty. So now we are ready for to get paint my stems and my roses. I'm going to wait for the rose last. So I'm going to paint the stem. I'm going to go a milk chocolate. Of course, now you can paint it any color you want. I'm going to go, oh, let's see. Let's go a milk chocolate for the thorns. There we go. Milk chocolate for the thorns. And a brown for the stem. It's a little different. Not much of a difference, but the more colors you use, the more texture will come out. Okay, and I got the brown on there. Now I'm going to go with shamrock green for the leaves. So here we go. Okay, now for the bulb or for the flower, I'm using just a regular yellow, but I'm going to do it in 3 different stages. I'm going to just barely dip my brush in the black. And I'm going to mix that with yellow. Now, not completely mix it, but I want a darker yellow for the bulb of my flower. Now for my next for the tips of my flowers, I want a real light rose, a real light yellow, just like this. And then for the rest of my rose, a darker yellow. 3 different yellow types. Okay, now I've got all the painting done. See how beautiful that looks. Now, last thing I've done is I've created a very weak black wash. I mean, a very weak one. I mean, it's got very little black in it, but I still want to go over the whole thing with it. Okay, and one more thing, since this is going to be outside, I'm going to use a semi-gloss clear. Technically, I should go outside to spray this, but it's only going to take a second, so... There we go. And she is done. Remember, y'all have a good day now, and God bless.